For centuries, humanity has gazed outward, believing that the heavens ruled over the earth, that fate was written in the stars, and that divine powers moved reality from realms beyond human reach. Yet what if the heavens were never above you, but within you? What if everything you see in the vast expanse of the cosmos is a mirror reflecting what already exists in the unseen chambers of your own being? The phrase, "as above, so below," is not poetic symbolism. It is the blueprint of reality itself, the key to understanding that the same intelligence animating galaxies also breathes through your heart. Ancient Hermetic sages did not view existence as a hierarchy, with gods above and mortals below. They saw it as a continuum, a single living organism expressing itself through countless forms. As above, so below, as below, so above, they wrote, revealing a universal law of correspondence that unites all planes of being. The macrocosm and the microcosm, the infinite and the infinitesimal, are two reflections of one truth. You are not separate from the universe, you are a self-aware expression of it. The same creative force that spins stars into motion arranges the thoughts in your mind. Everywhere you look, the pattern repeats. The branching of trees mirrors the structure of your lungs. The spiral of a seashell reflects the swirling arms of distant galaxies. Even the atoms composing your body orbit a nucleus like planets around a sun. Nature hides no secrets. It only repeats its perfection across scales too vast or too subtle for ordinary perception. As above, so below means that no level of reality exists in isolation. Each part contains the whole, and the whole expresses itself through every part. When you begin to see with this awareness, the world around you transforms from a collection of separate things into a living mirror of divine design. This mirror extends beyond form. It includes consciousness itself. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not confined within your skull. They ripple outward, shaping the field of reality that surrounds you. The outer world does not simply happen, it responds. What you hold within becomes the pattern the universe reflects back. A restless mind sees chaos everywhere. A peaceful heart encounters order and beauty in all things. You are both observer and creator, sculpting experience through the vibration of your inner state. As above, so below reveals that your consciousness is not inside your body is inside your consciousness. When you forget this, separation begins. You start believing that the world outside is beyond your influence, that events unfold randomly, and that meaning must be sought in distant heavens. But this is the great illusion, the mirror turned backward. The truth is that the divine and the human, the spiritual and the physical, are two mirrors facing each other, endlessly reflecting the same source. Once you recognize that correspondence, the boundary between spirit and matter dissolves. Heaven and earth become one continuum of energy, consciousness exploring itself through reflection. And in that realization lies freedom. Life does not happen to you, it happens through you. The stars above and the thoughts within move in rhythm because they are expressions of the same intelligence. The mirror of reality has never hidden its truth, only waited for you to see it clearly. The moment you do, the illusion of separation shatters, and you awaken to the living truth behind every ancient mystery. You are not beneath the heavens, you are the heavens, made visible. Once the mirror of existence reveals itself, something extraordinary begins to unfold, a recognition that every form, thought, and movement in the universe follows a divine pattern. What was once chaos becomes choreography. What seemed random becomes rhythm. As above, so below is not only a truth of reflection, it is a law of design, showing that everything in existence, from the orbit of planets to the flow of your breath, follows the same invisible geometry. The universe speaks through repetition, spirals, fractals, symmetry, whispering that creation is not a collection of disconnected parts, but one grand pattern echoing itself across all levels of being. These patterns are not abstract, they live within and around you. The same spiraling current that shapes galaxies curls inside your DNA. The firing of neurons in your brain mimics the vast web of cosmic filaments connecting distant galaxies. The blood that circulates through your veins moves in currents like rivers carving the earth. You are the cosmos remembering itself in miniature, a perfect reflection of the infinite whole. And just as each atom reflects the same principles governing entire star systems, every thought within your mind mirrors the same forces that hold reality together. As above, so below reveals that creation is holographic, each part containing the full image of the whole. Understanding this correspondence grants you profound creative power. Every pattern you cultivate within becomes a command to the universe. A mind in harmony will find harmony echoed in circumstance. A mind clouded by fear or division will meet the same vibration in the outer world. The universe doesn't punish or reward, it reflects. Reality is a mirror that rearranges itself to match your internal rhythm. You attract not what you want, but what you are. Every relationship, opportunity, and obstacle that crosses your path is part of the greater design, drawing your attention to the patterns you carry within. To shift your outer experience, you must first shift your inner frequency, for they are one continuous movement, the same song sung in 2 octaves. And yet, the beauty of this truth is that it never demands control, only alignment. You don't force the mirror to change its reflection. You change yourself, and the reflection follows. When you align your thoughts and emotions with higher patterns, gratitude, clarity, peace, you begin to see those same patterns reflected all around you. The Hermetic masters understood this as divine correspondence, that what you hold within consciousness reverberates throughout the entire web of existence. As above, so below. As within, so without. Every movement of mind sends ripples through eternity, and those ripples return, revealing that the universe and your soul are not 2 forces in dialogue, but one consciousness, looking back at itself through infinite mirrors. When you begin to see the universe as a mirror of patterns, another revelation appears. That reflection itself requires contrast. Without darkness, light cannot reveal its brilliance. Without stillness, motion has no meaning. As above, so below not only binds the similar, but reconciles the opposing. Every truth contains its counterpart, and both exist to complete the circle of creation. The Hermetic masters called this the principle of polarity, the understanding that all dualities are 2 ends of the same continuum. Just as the heavens reflect the earth, light reflects shadow, and joy mirrors sorrow. They are not enemies, but partners in an eternal dance that sustains the balance of all things. To resist one side of the polarity is to distort the mirror of reality. Many try to cling to pleasure and reject pain, to chase success while denying failure, but the law of correspondence cannot be broken. What you reject internally will manifest externally, demanding integration. As above, so below means that the harmony of the cosmos depends on both sides of every spectrum. Just as the stars need the emptiness of space to shine, your consciousness needs contrast to know itself. In the divine order, opposition is not conflict, it is cooperation. The upward flow of energy requires the downward. Inhaling and exhaling, expansion and contraction, creation and dissolution, all are expressions of the same universal pulse. Once you grasp this, the struggle to separate good from bad begins to dissolve. You start seeing that every polarity reflects a deeper unity, the one expressing itself through dual form. Life is not a battle between opposites, but a symphony woven from them. To understand, as above so below, is to stand in the middle of this dance, balanced between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, knowing that both are mirrors completing each other. In embracing the totality of existence, you transcend judgment and awaken to harmony, where every shadow points toward light, and every loss contains the seed of renewal. When the dance of opposites is understood, balance gives birth to vision, the ability to perceive how every polarity, every vibration, and every movement is part of a single, vast design. As above, so below expands beyond the play of duality and reveals a living network of relationships binding all things together. Nothing exists in isolation. Every thought, every action, Every heartbeat is a strand in the infinite web of correspondence that connects the microcosm of your being to the macrocosm of the universe. You are both a thread and the weaver, shaping the very fabric that surrounds you. Imagine this web as the nervous system of existence itself, light traveling between countless points of awareness, carrying information, intention, and energy. When you move, the web moves with you. When you think, it listens. The patterns that unfold in your inner life ripple outward, touching the consciousness of others, shaping events, and influencing the collective field of reality. As above, so below reveals that nothing you experience is merely personal. It is part of the greater echo of creation. The whisper of your thoughts vibrates through the same field that births galaxies. The love you give strengthens the threads that hold life together. The fear you project creates tremors that distort harmony. Yet even those distortions serve balance, teaching the web to realign itself. This is why spiritual traditions across the ages speak of unity, empathy, and compassion as higher truths, not as moral ideals, but as reflections of cosmic law. To harm another is to harm yourself, for the same energy flows through both. To uplift another is to lift the entire web higher in vibration. Meditation, prayer, and presence become ways of tuning into this field, feeling its pulse, and recognizing that your consciousness is not confined to your mind, but intertwined with all existence. As above, so below becomes a living awareness that the universe you inhabit is not a place you stand in, but a mirror of energy you continuously shape with every breath, every word, and every act of awareness. Awareness alone is not enough. It must become embodiment. To live as above, so below, is to walk consciously within the mirror, aligning your inner states with the outer reflection you wish to experience. Mindfulness becomes your compass. Each moment is an opportunity to notice how thoughts sculpt form, how emotion becomes event. When you pause, breathe, and observe without judgment, the deeper order behind appearances begins to show itself. You realize that reality is always responding, not to your words, but to your vibration. Journaling can anchor this understanding. As you trace patterns in your experiences, recurring symbols emerge, reflections of your subconscious mind seeking recognition. What repeats in your outer world is what repeats in your inner dialogue. Write it, see it, change it. The mirror will follow. Visualization and meditation refine your correspondence. When you imagine a desired reality with emotional clarity, you tune your inner frequency to match that outcome. The outer world responds in kind, rearranging itself to mirror your new alignment. As within, so without becomes not a phrase, but a living truth, one you witness daily through synchronicity, intuition, and flow. Advanced traditions have long used tools like astrology and tarot to navigate these correspondences. They do not dictate fate, they reveal resonance. The positions of planets, the symbols of cards, all mirrors reflecting your own energy back to you. To read them is to read yourself, to understand how universal patterns shape your personal journey. Through them, the invisible becomes visible, and self-knowledge deepens into wisdom. You are never separate from the divine order. As above, so below has been whispering it all along. Every breath you take, every thought you hold, is part of the great conversation between spirit and matter. The mirror of reality isn't outside you, it is you. To look into it is to meet your own infinite nature, dressed in the costume of form and time. So let the mirror remind you, when you change within, the world must change without. When you honor the rhythm between light and shadow, you step into harmony with the cosmos itself. Walk as one who knows the secret not as theory but as truth, that the heavens are within you and you are within the heavens. The reflection is complete, and it has always been you.